of the Windy City, our site tonight. We welcome you to Noche Enabia here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the plate, Mayday.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. We've got Joel Embiid. Simmons is out there with Thompson. Then there's Brown, and it's Adebayo in at the 4. And for Chicago, LeBron James is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. That's Kyrie Irving, and it's Butler in at the 2-guard spot. Simmons passes to Brown. To the paint. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Brown.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Irving drives in over Simmons. The Thunder pull it in. Thompson inside the line, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Thompson's so quick to pull the trigger. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he is ready to fire.
Irving against Simmons. Right side, Butler over Thompson. And it's Butler missing. And Simmons has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. And it's sent back by Jokic. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Simmons dishes to Thompson. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Chicago on defense. Pulls up. Thompson with the bucket.
Can we give Klay Thompson some credit here? There's a number of ways to score off the pick and roll, and he's got every one at his disposal.
Irving passes to Jokic. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. LeBron can't get it to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And Jokic throws it down.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Simmons passes to Embiid. There's the dish to Thompson. Simmons on the wing, covered by Irving. Jokic with the steal. Here's Porter. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's a tie ball game.
If you make a mistake against Jimmy Butler, this guy will find a way to make you pay. Pretty pass.
Trying to get open is Adebayo. Second shot opportunity. Embiid, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it. Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Simmons with it. Now guarded by Porter. The shot's good.
They can't shake him. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
Irving passes to Jokic. Shoots over Embiid. Here's LeBron. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the night right here. First one falls for him.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
And James drills them both. And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebound.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
Adebayo with the ball. Working on James.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
Clearly a foul.
And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Don't you get the sense that LeBron James is in complete command, not only of himself, but of his teammates? The drive this guy possesses is truly incredible.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Butler kicks to LeBron. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
At his size, LeBron is a handful inside, and sometimes you can't help but foul him to try and prevent that easy bucket.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight. No good on that one. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. Good season for him last year. 17th in three-point field goal percentage and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And one of the better three-point shooters in the league last season. And as you said, he was really good from out deep practically every time we saw him play. Simmons passes to Thompson. Over Irvin. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Simmons. And that's now 6 points for Klay Thompson. LeBron against Adebayo. And the shot goes in.
Love the focus from LeBron James. He's near the rim, so he's got to use his size and his skill to full advantage.
Pass to Adebayo. Kicks it to Thompson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. And the rejection by James.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling. Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Simmons dishes to Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Porter. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the 3rd pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness. Bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
No good on the 2nd free throw.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Inside. Here's Jokic. Good D by Embiid. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thompson passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Jokic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jokic has got 8 points.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot!
Butler against Simmons. Pass to Embiid. And shot off. Some solid defense from Butler. Loads it up for Butler and slam dunk by Butler.
Well, can we remember the guy's got a 40-inch vertical? I'll tell you, he does his best work in the air, I think.
Outside, Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Embiid. Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. To the middle, James. And the dunk by James.
If you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
Simmons passes to Thompson. Back to Simmons. Popped up there for Embiid. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Now the pass to LeBron. And here's Irving. He's guarded by Adebayo. From about 16, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night. Simmons passes to Adebayo. Embiid against Jokic. Embiid, no good.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, and absolute torture for a defender to guard.
Some changes for Chicago. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Collins comes in for Michael Porter. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Butler. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Andre Ayton's checked in for Joel Embiid. Hachimura comes in for Bam Adebayo. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Brown. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Klay Thompson. James misses. And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
6 on the shot clock. Sweet little floater. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Feeds it to Hayward. To the wing right side. Here's Ayton. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Never afraid of a little physicality. Mr. Ayton, the and one.
And all the tools that made DeAndre Ayton the top pick in the 2018 draft already, Doris, on display at the start of his NBA career.
You know what, Kevin? People wanted to knock DeAndre Ayton for his defense, which wasn't horrific. But they forgot about all the things he can do. Let's remember, he's a great screener in the pick and roll. He can shoot from range. He's got incredible instincts with an incredible physicality to his game. Don't talk about the defense. Ayton too good on the offensive end.
Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Collin passes to Mitchell. And a missed layup.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Westbrook. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Boy, it will take more than that kind of defense to stop this guy. Russell Westbrook so fierce on the interior.
On the wing, Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Clock at 6. 1:31 left to play here in the first. LeBron with it. Westbrook picks him up.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The score now all even.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Now here's LeBron. D right on him. Mitchell wide open. And the three off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Listen, still one of the elite defenders in the game, and certainly one of the most versatile. LeBron James doing defensive work.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Guys, how often do you see an alley-oop designed for your guard? Donovan Mitchell defies explanation.
Back to Westbrook. Pass to Hachimura. Shot clock at 5. Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Chicago. In the corner, it's James. Passes it to Mitchell. This one for 3. It's good from long range. And now a 5-point Bulls lead.
Well, the defense so concerned about the dribble drive ability of Donovan Mitchell, but boy, you better contest as well.
Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Chicago Bulls. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
They've got LeBron James. Mitchell is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Vucevic. And it's Collins in at the 4 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hayward's got himself on the board with 3 there. Westbrook against McCollum. He kicks to LeBron. Collins trying to break free. And that one's good. James.
Boy, bump them all you want. If James has already started his motion on a scoring chance, little you can do about it.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Offline with his 3.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Back to Ayton. Dishes it to Westbrook. 3-pointer on the way. No good that time, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
You can see in LeBron's eyes, he would not be denied on that drive.
Westbrook against McCollum. Lets it go from 14. And Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? James finds McCollum. Hayward with some nice D. Thunder trailing by 8. He dishes it to Westbrook. Back to Hayward. Launches a 3. Good on the triple. Hayward's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Pass to James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And he knocks down the first one. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Jokic comes in for Collins. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Donovan Mitchell. And both free throws good for LeBron. Thunder trailing by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Thompson left side. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. The pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And again, Chicago. No good. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. And Adebayo throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Pass to Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. No good on the free throw. Porter's checked in for LeBron. And then for Oklahoma City, Embiid comes in for Ayton, and Simmons subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's good on the second. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 4-point game. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey guys, it's just beautiful watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. A manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Vucevic the pass to McCollum. Knocked loose. Embiid with it. Now defended by McCollum. And Butler sends it back.
Terrific anticipation. Butler reads that play, sends it back.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Brown against Porter. The dish to Butler. Kicks it to McCollum. And taken away by Brown. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Simmons.
Oh, great ball movement there.
McCollum passes to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. Jokic draws the double. Passes it to Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Butler against Thompson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Porter passes to Jokic. He kicks to Butler to the inside. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Here's Thompson. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Thompson's got 10.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Thompson against Butler. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Well, the confidence that Jimmy Butler displays on a nightly basis is awesome. This guy, as an interior scorer, is a force.
Adebayo finds Brown. Lets it go from 11, and that one hits back iron.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
At the elbow, Jokic. Thunder with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Simmons looking it over. Nikola Jokic craps the miss. The Bulls leading by 4. Outside Porter, outside Butler. The kick out to Porter. From the arc. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Thompson for 3. Porter pulls it in. Bulls have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. And Embiid with the block. Thompson for 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. McCollum against Simmons. And the rejection by Embiid. Thunder trailing by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Butler kicks to Vucevic. It's it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
How fantastic is Jaylen Brown getting the position he wants deep inside, easily slams it home.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size. Checking out the stats for Jokic. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 20 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Back to Butler. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Brown. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him. His pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Jokic, he gets that one. Jokic just got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Simmons against Porter. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Irving dishes to Butler. Fires from 14. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Embiid. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy,
he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And Embiid drops them both.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom. I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Lobbed up there for Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
How about the high-flying antics of Russell Westbrook? The alley-oop, my goodness, that's pretty.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
The Bulls have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
First free throw is good.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Ayton, he's checked in for Embiid, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Ben Simmons.
I tell you, Westbrook always looking to pull up if the defense backs off.
James up top, defended by Hayward, and it goes down 2 points. 21 points for LeBron.
He's starting to heat up now. He's been much more efficient with the shot in this quarter than in the first.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. The fader. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Valanciunas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on 8.
But, Kevin, when Valanciunas forces the issue like that, he is really tough to handle. He does a good job drawing contact.
Oklahoma City trailing.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Floats one.
A terrific job from Irving to track his man.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Now, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Jaylen Brown out there with Adebayo. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Thompson, and it's Embiid in at the center, filling out the middle. The shot by Butler, nobody around. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Brown will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The pass to Adebayo. Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Jokic is Adebayo's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Pass to Porter. All alone. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Porter's got 8 points.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Passes it to Brown. Embiid with it. James covering. Embiid against Jokic. 5 to shoot. Embiid kicks to Simmons. over Porter. They get it back. Knocks it loose. Embiid. Good defense by Jokic.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
No problems knocking that one down. Now it's a 5-point Chicago lead.
Boy, this play is perfectly in sync. Butler gets just the space he needs.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Ben Simmons.
Boy, you talk about the all-time great below-the-rim finishers. Kyrie Irving is on that list. He can use either hand. So much English. This guy is tough.
And he makes the first. Indoors, as great a scorer as he is, Kyrie Irving doesn't draw a ton of fouls.
Kevin, I think that has everything to do with his elusivity. This is a young man who can finish with either hand, can get separation on any defender. This is the one thing you'd say about Kyrie Irving. He does not initiate contact around the rim.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And here's Thompson. 12 points for him. Here's Embiid. Back to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? Some solid defense from Butler.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game? That's a vicious assault on the rim by LeBron. Incredibly accomplished dunker who's still got plenty of bounce in his step.
Pass to Brown. Outside, Simmons. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 14.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
Here's Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Ball's not loose. Thompson outside. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And that one's good, Irving.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Simmons against Irving. Fade away. Chicago grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
They get it back. Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. 4th, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscore the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Thunder trailing by 12. There's the pass to Adebayo. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
And finished off by LeBron.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water. My man is going for the jugular.
Porter against Simmons. Embiid, the basket block. Porter with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Porter's running, and Jokic wide open. He shoots, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Vucevic checked in for the Bulls.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Jokic kicks to Irving. Pass to James. He can't hit that time. Simmons with the defensive effort. Thunder trailing by 14. Passes to Adebayo. Brown against James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll head home and take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Washington Wizards. The Thunder have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
And for Jaylen Brown at the free throw line, he has worked so hard on his mechanics, and that's paid dividends in terms of his confidence, guys.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
So from the 30th pick in the 2011 draft to one of the elite 2-way players in the game, think about every step along the way with the work required by Jimmy Butler. Special stuff. Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
James, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
What's up?
He's been spending quite a bit of time at the foul line. This is trip number 6.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. Well, Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
4 on the shot clock. Thompson with the bucket. Irving with the ball. 8 points for him. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Shoots from 8. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Adebayo.
Come on now, this guy is more than just a great shooter. Klay Thompson, really good feel for the offense.
Irving dishes to LeBron. Good on the 13-footer. LeBron's got 8 here in the quarter.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Here's Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on LeBron James.
Don't you love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Some changes for Chicago. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Vucevic. John Collins comes in for Jokic. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for James. And a new group in here for the Thunder. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Joel Embiid. Hachimura comes in for Bam Adebayo. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Klay Thompson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Simmons.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And checking out the numbers for Russell Westbrook, coming off a terrific season. He averaged about 23 points a game last year, 10 assists and 11 rebounds. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know what I love about Donovan Mitchell? He is just as great off the court as he is on. This guy is engaging. He's self-aware. He is the real deal.
And the first one drops. And with his dad working with Major League Baseball players, Mitchell was rubbing elbows with guys making millions. He saw some players who stayed humble and others who didn't. And you know what, Doris? I think it made an impression.
And I think, Kevin, if you listen to Donovan, he talks about how his parents impressed upon him the importance of how you treat people. So even with all the success, it's not going to this young man's head. He is so grounded. Now, Donovan Mitchell, able to play with both power but also finesse. He's got long arms, big hands. He can do so much on a basketball court.
The Bulls leading by 15. Here's Irving. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss. And before every game, you see Mitchell working on those skill finishes.
You have to be able to elevate off 1 foot in traffic, something he could not do in college. Now you think about what this guy uses in his toolbox. Floaters, scoop shots, wrong-footed quick releases, and he's absolutely fearless attacking the rim.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Kevin, how fast does Donovan Mitchell get off the ground? My goodness.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Westbrook. Over Collins. Westbrook, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Valanciunas, and the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. Porter's checked in for Chicago. And then for Oklahoma City, Adebayo is checked in for Hachimura. And it's Ben Simmons in for Russell Westbrook. Adebayo finds 8. Shot clock at 6. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Pass to Porter. And there's the pass to Irving. Front pass to the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Simmons from down in the low post. It goes. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Right side, Butler, and he could not get them one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that
Take a break.
work.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
He hits the second from the line.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Ayton at the elbow. Brown wide open. He fires. Misses the 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
That one goes. Count it. And that's 18 points for Butler.
Boy, Butler took a pretty good hit there, but has the strength and the coordination to finish it. That's pretty.
And Simmons kicks to Brown. Pass to Thompson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Now, here's Adebayo. 5 on the clock. No good from Simmons.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Outside Butler. Irving passes to Butler. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Thompson.
Boy, with his power and explosiveness, when Butler gets inside, it's typically a bucket, a trip to the line, or sometimes worse, both.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Here's Thompson. He's got 14. From deep. No good.
And this is what Jimmy Butler's known for, right? Tough, hard-nosed defender, alter shots with your quickness and length.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Collins. Then it's Porter. Then there's Irving. And it's Butler in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, that's a determined scorer right there. DeAndre Ayton showing a little toughness on the interior finish.
Butler deciding where to go with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Thunder making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Of course, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So, with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Passes it to Butler. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And Embiid with the block. Here's Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Free throw good from Brown.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And Brown drops them both. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Irving. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
But just a spectacular display of ball handling from Kyrie, opening up the look there. Many believe he might have the best handle in the game. Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Count that bucket.
Kevin, as dangerous a scorer when he feels his rhythm and pace as there is in the league. Jimmy Butler cooking right now.
Thunder trailing by 18. And here is Simmons. Thompson up top, defended by Butler. Thompson dishes to Brown. Clock at 6. Pass to Simmons. Over Irving. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds too tonight. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Simmons against Irving. Here's Embiid, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Chicago making some changes. Jokic comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and James subbed in for Collins. The free throw drops for Embiid. The Bulls leading by 17. The pass to Irving. Jokic on top. Back to Irving. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Irving double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players. Jump ball.
And so here is Chicago. Porter finds Butler. Just 5 to shoot. It doesn't go for him. Simmons with the defensive effort. Thunder trailing by 17. Tipped away and stolen by Irving. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
there's no doubt Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
Pass to Embiid. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Simmons passes to Embiid over Jokic. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 9 assists now tonight. The Bulls leading by 17. Here's Irving. Porter in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And such a sharpshooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Embiid kicks to Brown. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
And that's the kind of league pass we've come to expect from him.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. The first one falls. And Brown drops them both. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now, we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
The free throw drops for Butler. He hits both from the stripe. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Simmons passes to Embiid. He feeds it to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19. No good on that one. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Irving kicks to Butler. Inside, James. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 31 points for LeBron.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Thompson outside. And it's been a tough game for him offensively. To the inside. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Simmons passes to Thompson. The feed to Embiid.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
That free throw, no good. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Jokic. Bjelica comes in for LeBron. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Porter. And McCollum subbed in for Irving. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cantor, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Gallinari comes in for Brown. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is checked in for Klay Thompson. And Paul subbed in for Ben Simmons. And the second free throw, good. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Passes it to Bjelica. McCollum against Paul. Paul with the steal. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball. Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have two goals. Instead of one championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Ball against McCollum. Kicks it to Ingram. Pass to Butler. And they double up Butler. Back to Ingram. And a wide open look for McCollum, and the three ball is good.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Ball against Bjelica. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Mitchell outside. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Mitchell missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Teardrop shot, and it's laid in by Paul. Paul's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
And the pass to Baines. And Cantor pulls it down. The Thunder have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. To the middle. Here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Mitchell's shot is good.
There's a measure of composure with Donovan Mitchell, just so calm and focused, understanding how to manipulate the pick and roll.
Paul passes to Cantor. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Goes up on the high post. The shot will not fall. And it's Chicago the other way. McCollum with the ball. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade, you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's two high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and three-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
He's off on the first.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Jokic, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. James comes in for Bielitsa. Porter's checked in for Ingram. And it's Butler in for Mitchell.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for LeBron.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Butler passes to James. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 33 points for LeBron.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
Now McCollum. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tip. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.